This week on The Eagle's Nest, an ultimate showdown between two daring startups with a similar product.
Our major focus is on the solar roofing tile.
And that's a roof tile that we make using waste and one particular ingredient.
They asked for $1 million. We've already found the investor.
You're about to sign $1 million contract.
With us, we want you to be totally off-grid.
In a day, we can actually roof one house.
I'm seeing a new niche for you.
There is a lot of potential.
You'd find that this product is already internationally certified.
You can drive over them and they won't break.
Let's test this. Let's go outside.
This season of The Eagle's Nest is proudly brought to you by Zimtrade and Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank. First is Msindazwe Ndlovu, who believes he has a unique solution to the problem of plastic pollution.
My name is Msindazwe Ndlovu, the Managing Director of The Noble Savage, a construction company that makes innovative building materials for the construction industry by utilizing waste to product. We as The Noble Savage recycle waste plastic and glass to manufacture eco-friendly building materials, which are lighter, stronger, durable, and affordable. We make roof tiles, pavers, kitchen countertops, just as some examples that we've got here. I'm not sure, can I press and show you some?
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So what am I holding?
Right there, you're holding a kitchen countertop that was made from a windscreen that was broken from a car. And right there, that's also another countertop that was made from a beer bottle. That was Castle.
That was
So at least the beauty of it, you can be like to the missus, I'm trying to build a beautiful kitchen for you.
I like the emphasis on castle.
Yes.
Okay, and this
that's
one?
a roof tile that we make using waste. All of our products, we make them using waste materials.
Yo, it's not light.
It's actually lighter than a concrete roof tile, 50% lighter.
Wow.
Because
I don't think I've
it's-
lifted a roof tile.
A roof tile like the concrete roof tiles, per square meter, they weigh about 48 to 52 kgs per square meter. Ours are weighing about 25 to 28 kgs per square meter.
More and more green businesses are coming to the nest, and their eco-friendly tag always get deeper scrutiny from the judges. Will Msindazwe withstand the questioning?
All right, tell us about costing.
Okay, so the cost of our products right now, when we
Let's talk about this one.
or the roof tile, we retail them at $1.40 per tile, but the cost to produce one is 80 cents.
What do you use to make that?
There are basically 8 recyclable plastics, and we use 6 of them, which is your waste plastic. These are your water bottles, your plastic bags that you throw away, your old containers. That's what we use, waste plastic,
And then what do
we
you
mix
add?
with sand. We add sand and one particular ingredient that we need an NDA for.
What's the cost of that ingredient?
The cost of that ingredient per tile is 1 cent.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, so
It's spiritual. Or...
tell me something.
so
What's
strong.
the expansion of that tile in comparison to like the concrete tile?
The beauty of our tiles, they are heat and cold insulator. They do not absorb heat and they do not expand. And they've also got a 0 water absorption rate. So compared to concrete tiles, when the architects are doing their calculations, they need to factor in the absorption of moisture when it rains for the trusses. Ours do not absorb any water.
Where do you get the waste?
Okay, so we've got 3 ways that we collect our waste. The first one, we collect from the landfill. There are people, waste pickers that do landfills. The other one, we buy waste from vulnerable members of society in places in Ganwini, Culture Park, Ubenja, Mzilikazi, Makokoba. These are old grannies, widows who do not have a source of income, and we've created a source of income for them. And they are making roughly about 50 to 120 month on month just by picking up waste.
How much is your competitor tile?
Our competitor tiles, they are going for 70 cents, but per square meter, they cost more because they use more tiles.
Yeah, so
And-
tell us per square meter.
Okay, ours per square meter is $7.70, and the competitors, the cheapest is $8.50 per square meter.
Okay.
Export-wise, if you were to ship this to Mozambique, Botswana, South Africa, what would be the landed cost if you looked at that? And then we compare it to what they have there.
Okay, the beauty about our tiles, actually of most of our products, is compared to concrete tiles are heavy. If they are shipped over any distance, you've got a 15% breakage rate. Ours have a breakage rate of 0.001%. And they are lighter, meaning that you're able to load about 6,000
Tell us the
tiles.
landed cost. Just tell us a little cost on the 80 cents.
Okay, landed cost, we can easily land these in Botswana at $1.10.
Oh, that reduces your... And then sell them at how much?
In Botswana, tiles go for about 10 pula, the normal ones. So we can sell them because these are twice the... we can
Let's
sell
talk
them.
about the square meter. How much per square meter?
It's 120 pula per square meter.
120.
Yes.
And yours will be how much?
Ours will be, give or take, about 105 per square meter.
My question to you is, in terms of scalability, now that you're relying on waste, now everyone catches on to this tile and its advantages compared to using the others, right? How are you going to manage in terms of scaling and also sourcing of your raw materials?
Okay, so what we've done as a business, right, we've split our business into 3 parts: procurement, production, and administration. We've created a procurement department where we've even bought a baling machine. And right now, we are processing over 40 tons of waste. And this is just a tip of the iceberg, because Zimbabwe as a whole, we produce about 1.7 million tons of waste annually. And out of that waste, 600,000 tons is plastic. And right now, we are only consuming 40 tons.
Okay, so of the 40 tons, just to give me a rough idea, 40 tons allows you to make how many tiles?
It allows us to produce about 25,000 tiles.
Over what period? How long does it take you to do that?
We are able to produce about 2,000 tiles month on month. But at 40 tons, we'll be able to produce 25,000.
So you're stockpiling your waste to service?
Yes, we are stockpiling, but we are also selling the excess waste so that it keeps us fluid and flowing. And we've actually noticed that it's actually a very lucrative part of the business.
If you were at full capacity, how much would you have made?
If we reach full capacity of 25,000 tiles, we would be able to do a turnover of close to $150,000.
The entrepreneur's composure and confident responses seem to be going well in the nest. Nomvula is ready to keep up the pressure.
Okay, so a lot of people now are roofing their houses in different colors. Are you able to adjust the color of your tile?
We can do them up to 9 different colors now.
To 9 different colors?
Yes.
Okay.
And if there's any particular color that you want and there's a roof paint for it, we could do it for that.
Durability-wise?
You can drive over them and they won't break. We will give you up to 50 years without having to worry.
Let's test this. Let's go outside. Let's go throw it down outside. Yeah.
All the way outside?
Yeah. I'll be back.
Depends how high you want to put it, but I would say put it from here. I haven't really done higher than that.
What you should actually be doing is driving over it, like they said.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Strong. Triple.
Yeah.
They really should be driving over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful demonstration. Does the 12,682 turnover also include these?
Yes, it actually is split into three, right, for turnover of our business, which is the tiles, the tops, and also the excess waste that we're selling.
Why are you only making 12,000 then?
Right. When it comes to our manufacturing processes, our current challenge is we're doing it manually. So we are not manufacturing as fast.
How do you do it manually?
Okay, we have a big pot, right, that we've made. We use fire, we melt our plastic, and the English term is running away, but it's that we
Okay.
then we put it into a press. So it's a manual process.
How do you maintain quality control now if you're just putting into a pot and...
Okay, I'm a person who suffers from OCD, right? And hence that's why we're trying to now mechanize, because I monitor every step as we are making it so that it maintains that quality.
When you're coming to manufacturing, just monitoring doesn't help. You need to have controls to say that how will I make sure the texture is correct, the strength is correct, and everything is correct. They should be standards you are meeting throughout. The fact that you are there looking in the pot.
Have you registered with SAS?
We've put in the paperwork with SARS and we're waiting for them.
All right.
Yes.
What are you doing about that ingredient which you are saying spiritual? It can't be chocolate.
What we've done, we have engaged a patent lawyer. We've done our disclosure form, and we're also working on that process for getting a patent for our product. Because for us, the patent we're really pushing for is for the solar roof tile.
You haven't
We
spoken
haven't
about the
spoken
solar
about
roof
it.
tile.
We have been talking about
Come with
this
it,
one.
let's see.
Okay, so we've prototyped a solar roof tile using waste plastic, and we've fused it into a complete unit tile that you are able to roof your house.
But it doesn't look very pretty though, so...
It's still a prototype.
Okay.
Yes, so it's still work in progress.
And also it's just the the section where the panels normally would have sat that you're putting
full
them on.
house.
With
Or for a
us,
full
we
house.
want you to be totally off-grid.
I still think you're cheating us on the capacity there. So you're saying that if you had 5 pots, you would do more.
Yes.
So the issue is the pots.
So it takes us a month to do a house.
Okay.
So we are now trying to mechanize that process so that we are able to do a house in a day in terms of number of tiles that are produced. And it's easier and less environmentally.
But
because-
your manual process is so simplistic, you can duplicate it without mechanization and still keep costs low. Why can you not then come up with the 5 pots?
We've got one press, which becomes then a bottleneck. If we increase the number of pots, the single press becomes a bottleneck.
How long does a press take to press one tile?
It's 120 seconds to press one tile.
How many? So the press is not your bottleneck. I think the
I think that's
issue
not
is
the
uptake.
Uptake, yeah. Tell us about how you're getting your
Marketing.
product. Yeah, how you're getting your product to your target clients.
Okay, what we've done in terms of getting our product to the market, we went out direct marketing to people who are actually building, because most people who are building, they do not buy roof tiles from hardwares. They actually go to the manufacturer to buy. So they go to Turnal, they go to Zimtile.
I think your marketing is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have gone to hardware shops at least as a
Yeah.
starting point.
Just even displays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the real issue is uptake. It's not bad. It's a new product. If you tell us the truth that no, the issue is people are not buying into it yet, but then you tell us a plan. All right, I've sold 12,000. I want to reach 40,000 end of the year. What's my plan? What's my plan going forward? You are still in the youth incubator because you're not yet perfect, isn't it?
Yes, we're not yet perfect. The biggest fear that we are facing in terms of fully going out marketing hard into the market was our capacity is still a bit limited. If we're overwhelmed with orders, we fail to deliver, then people are like,
That's
"This
the
guy."
easiest thing anyone
Then-
can deal with, in life. Overwhelmed with orders. I think you need to remove a lot of ego things around your products and just say, I've got a new product. I don't know a lot of things about marketing and how I can build my capacity. You're overconfident when there's still a lot of gaps that you need help on. So no one, when you come up front, people will feel like you're a well-rounded person, whilst when we sit down, we can see glaring areas. So you should also learn as a person to identify weaknesses, because I don't think it helps for you to start pushing your next phase whilst your first phase is only making 12,000. If we break down the 12,000 into the months and look at the costs, you're not putting much into your pocket. That's why you have not even expanded to buy another press or bought another pod, because you're just barely surviving. Okay, but I still give you a yes. I think you've got a good product.
Thank you.
You also need to look at the sustainability. Your issues of firing, you were a bit dice running away from them. I think you end up finishing all the trees here. I didn't see you explain how you're talking of how you are firing as well. You need to have a team around you. You have talked that at some point in time you are HR, you are quality controller, and so forth. So you need to have a team around you. I will still give you a yes because there is potential. You work on the other issues.
Thank you.
It's a yes again from me. I think part of your story or the narrative you're going to be marketing with should really be centered around, yes, right now you're not where you need to be, but I'm pretty certain there are new homeowners who would like to have that story about their house and going in a non-conventional manner. Use it to your advantage, because when someone is building, by the time they get to roof stage, it's not them coming to you the very next day and saying, hey, I need tiles. I think start to target people who are still at foundation. Put them down as a client and say, hey, would you consider using my product? And then maybe even come up with a payment plan. That's not being offered by your competitors. Be creative as to how you're going to build and your uptake. Because uptake right now is your what's hindering you actually growing your business, because you have not created the demand for your product. So it's a yes from me, and I'd like to see how you progress as well in this program.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right, I wanted to hear the three results first. I'm going to recuse myself because I've actually worked with him before and been on a mentorship program with him.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
dating him.
That went left fast.
No, there's a program he participated in, and I was his mentor on that program. So
Go to IDBZ and pitch this. IDBZ likes eco-friendly buildings. Even if you find out Bulawayo is not working, go to Harare and pitch it in Harare. Ask Zimtrade to help you if possible, and pitch this. IDBZ, when they fund, they would then say to certain people, as long as you use these eco-friendly tiles or things like that. If you are lucky, and that 1% spiritual thing that you put in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I didn't take a look at the castle though. Can I see the castle?
The entrepreneur flies out of the nest soaring with 3 endorsements, and he is through to the next round. Next is Fungai, an engineer from Bulawayo, who believes he has the perfect product to harness the sun's energy.
My name is Engineer Fungai Mgururu, founder and CEO of Orange Rose Investments. So Orange Rose Investments is a solar solutions, renewable energy solutions company. We focus on renewable energy technologies, which includes solar technologies and geothermal technologies, wind technologies, and biomass technologies. But our main focus for now is the solar technologies. So we So our major objective for the company is to try and drive continuous improvement in energy performance and efficiency. We are also trying to focus on long-term cost savings, as well as trying to reduce carbon emissions through our additions on the renewable energy mix, trying to also add on to the mix. So, so the company, our major focus is on the solar roofing tile. The solar roofing tile is it's a tile, but which is got embedded with solar cells to try and which can actually be installed on any infrastructure building. So you'd find that once that we install the solar roof tile, it actually becomes a self-sufficient infrastructure or building, which actually produces, sustains through renewable energy or clean energy. So the problem that we're trying to solve really is to say, if you are following the current news, you'd realize the Europe, China, and the Americas, they are literally on fire. You would find that the climate change in these countries due to their use of fossil fuels is actually resulted in them
Do you manufacture the tile?
Sorry, sir?
Do you manufacture it?
Yes, we are actually in the process of acquiring the factory from our distributor company in Italy. They've given us an offer to do the procurement of equipment to start our own manufacturing in Zimbabwe. So, and we are targeting the African region, which is basically the reason why we are here, for the synergy with Zimtrade to try and ease out on the challenges that we anticipate as we try to penetrate the African market. So you'd find that this product is already internationally certified. It also has got international registration. So what we are doing here is just buying the business consent from these guys. They're selling, they are even the suppliers and their customers as well. So it is already being sold around the world. So
you are importing the business from somewhere and bringing it here?
Yes. They asked for $1 million. We've already found the investor. We can't disclose because of the terms and conditions of the contract to who the investor is at the moment, but we are already engaging with them to try and work on guarantees.
It's not often that an entrepreneur renders the judges speechless, but Fungai seemed to have done just that with his massive investment deal in the bag, leaving only one question to ask.
What do you expect to benefit from this program?
From this program, actually, what we want is the export capacity and the ability to be able to move our product outside the region, because we are really anticipating that, you know, the regulations are changing day in, day out. So we would really want that cushion, and to also ascertain, since we are bringing in an investor, they would want that confidence to say this product, because we cannot really rely on Zimbabwean sales because of the current currency that we use.
Okay, Fungai, please, can you just walk me through how you see this product meeting export demand from Zimbabwe?
The product has already been out there in other markets. In 2021, we actually went for the Intra-Africa Trade Fair, which actually certified this product to be a product that can be adopted in other markets. So since 2019, when we started our operations, you'd find that the product, we actually exhibited it in partnership with the Ministry of Local Housing. They also certified it. We're actually under now a partnership with the Local Housing Ministry. Even other ministries have also approached us with suggestions.
Can we maybe talk about your numbers?
So for the numbers, we are saying for now we've done about 5 installations in the country before the company was incapacitated by the COVID-19 in Italy. So they decided they can no longer produce, but we want to continue with the business. So hence we took up the offer. And you'd find that the factory has got a capacity of 500 units a day.
What about the one that you're going to set up for $1 million?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, to say it's got a capacity of 500 units in a day, or would say in a month we can do about 10,000 pieces of this.
And how many houses does that roof?
In a day, we can actually roof one house.
One house?
Yes, for 1 day's production, it can do one house.
Okay.
And then in a year, we can talk about a total capacity of about 1,500 kilowatts of installed power on most of the housing projects that we intend to take up.
The engineer has presented firm projections in capacity. And now Diana wants to know if the product itself is as strong.
What is this tile made out of?
That is a thermoplastic tile, ma'am. It's made of a polymer plastic or nylon plastic. It's quite a durable plastic.
So you're going to substitute what exactly in the production
the plastic
process?
frame. That's what we're going to use raw materials to. I'm sure there's another guy who actually has got a similar product. So we are also we also have research that we've done with a similar concept, and also to try.
What's the local element in here?
At the moment, there's no local element there, but we're saying the component that they use in Italy, we can replace it with local raw materials.
So you have not even made a prototype of your own. We are still talking of this one, which is in Italy.
The prototype of the local materials it's gonna be like almost similar. It's going to be like similar from the material that you're already seeing there.
But for someone who's about to sell $1 million deal, surely you have pinpointed who you're going to synergize with.
The local company.
Yes. Are you talking to Zimtile? Are you talking to Ternal? Who are you talking to?
To be honest, I've already identified one of the guys who just came in now, Msindazi, because his prototype.
But that's today. But you're about to sign $1 million contract.
So that's because we had already also tried to work on the similar concept, but he has done it so well that we would rather work with him.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He has done it so well. We do not want to take anything away from his prototype. That is what we are also trying to.
Fungai, you just met him today.
What have you signed with him? Nothing.
At the moment, we've signed. We've
Have
not
you
signed.
signed, or you're still at NDA stage on this $1 million thing?
We've gone beyond the NDA stage.
Have you signed?
Yes, it's an ongoing discussion.
Have you signed? Have you signed an agreement with this $1 million investor?
Yes.
So why can't you disclose them?
Yeah, that's it's still an ongoing discussion.
What is the ongoing
What are you
discussion?
discussing if you've signed?
If you've signed, what are you discussing?
What did you sign actually?
First of all, we are discussing the figures now, the financial, the projections. That's the stage that we are at now.
So you're at MOU stage,
Yes, I could say that, yes.
but you haven't signed an agreement to say we've agreed on this.
Yeah. I wouldn't say we for concrete for sure, because like I'm saying, it's an ongoing discussion.
A damning revelation by the entrepreneur has set the sun, and the reluctance to shed light on key areas is not helping the situation.
Engineer, you're selling us a lot of things that you cannot disclose. So there's nothing for us to really judge. The company that was supplying is selling to you. You're still in discussion with the person you're buying from. You're still in discussion with the young man who has got a prototype. There's so many things that haven't yet gelled.
It's more of an import at this stage.
Yeah, you have nothing concrete. If someone came to us and said, "All right, what did he sell to you?" He came with an imported tile. He had a business deal that is still at MOU stage.
Is there any scope to maybe have an assembly plant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that we are working toward. But our main focus, like I said, our main focus was we've been working on this since 2019. This offer has been there. I've knocked on doors. I've gone to banks. I'm now having some serious investors who are looking into the project that we are working on to try and get the project off the ground. Because our major focus for now is to try and travel to Italy to meet up with these guys, because that has been the major challenge. Well, the major challenge was communication. They don't speak English.
They speak English in Italy.
The particular supplier does not speak a word in English.
So how did they sell you the $1 million plant?
We are using Google Translate, but the stage that we are at.
In $1 million transaction, you're using Google Translate. They couldn't get a translator there in $1 million transaction.
So the stage where we are now is to travel to Italy. If even Zimtrade is to assist us,
when are you traveling?
It's not yet on the cards, but like I'm saying,
Okay,
it's
Fungai, I think for me, the more I listen, the more dizzying it's getting. You've given us nothing to work with. There's a story you're telling us, but for what we're meant to be doing whilst we're here, we have nothing to work with. So for me, for that reason, it's a no.
It's a no from me.
No engineer, no.
My advice, try and team up with that guy. Probably you could find somewhere where you fit in with this project.
Complement one another somewhere.
Yeah.
But this right now is not ready for a discussion with people. Well, definitely not on this platform.
It's just the platform. It's not anything to do with you or to do with your project. It's just the platform. The platform here
Bring
wants
it
us to
home,
charge.
land it, start your production. Then we can talk about
Or show us the
viability for
agreement.
export.
Agreement. If you could show us the agreement,
NDA.
other than the agreement, the
NDA.
draft agreement, I would say yes. If you've got an agreement for $1 million plant or transaction, that's not a game.
Maybe next year you come back and you've
We
gotten
pick it up
some.
from there.
Next year you'll have $1 million plant.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
guys.
engineer.
Cheers, thanks. So yeah, it did not go as much as I had hoped for, but I think there's light at the end of the tunnel since the judges have told me that I can still try again next year. So definitely I'm gonna be knocking on the door for Zimtrade to still maintain and keep the deal going forward, yes.
You know the problem in Zimbabwe is that if you went and you combed through Zimbabwe, you'll find almost 300 to 400 people sitting on $1 million deals. But moving the deal from up to an agreement and the money coming in here, there's a lot of things, especially sanctions. Sanctions are just killing us in that aspect. That when people want to invest, if they're coming from Europe, they're coming from America, when they want to transact, the banks will say, well, no, but this is not a right investment, you know.